Good morning, everybody. MG here, MGCovers, coming to you live August the 10th, 2020. We're going to shift gears today. We're not talking about NBA. We're not talking about baseball. We're going to talk about NHL. We're going to show you a huge betting angle / betting strategy that you can employ. It's very effective. Hockey is actually one of my favorite sports. Last year, we had a career year. I ended up with 30 units, not as successful this year. But the power rankings and the way we calculate lines are very solid. I'm going to show you some really interesting angles that you can incorporate into your handicapping. But before we get started, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Greatly appreciate that. If you want to follow me on social media, it's MGCovers. If you follow me on Instagram, I give out a lot of handicapping tips, concepts, lessons per se. On Instagram, you follow me there. It's MGCovers with a Z. Twitter, you get some personal stuff thrown in there with some sports handicapping as well. So with that out of the way, let's dive right into it. And the first thing I'm going to show you, this right here, this is regular season. It says favorites and dogs. This is the entire NHL season, the record of favorites. And you can see there, favorites in NHL win 55.9% of the time. That's this year. That's actually down a little bit. I think what a lot of that has to do with the way they adjusted the new rules. It made scoring a little bit easier. And I think that's why you saw dogs winning at a little bit higher rate. And if you look down there, dogs actually won at 44%. So in a normal season, favorites in NHL win about 60% of the time. Dogs win about 44% of the time. So that's the regular season. Now, this is a crazy stat that I'm getting ready to show you. Of all the NHL games, there's been 55 games played in the NHL playoffs this year. Okay, and let's pull up this record. That is the underdog win percentage. Underdogs have won 54% of the time. Is this unusual? Absolutely not. And this happens just about every year. I normally don't bet the NHL playoffs. Probably going to do it this year. But it's a very good strategy to bet the underdogs. And why is that? Well, the teams are a lot better. They're in the playoffs. Both teams are highly motivated. And especially with the scoring rules, I think it makes the underdog a very attractive when you're looking at the price. And again, they're winning at 54% margin. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you my lines we have 4 games tomorrow. I'm going to show you my lines, and we're going to look at the actual sportsbooks lines here. So let's dive into this. Let's pull this up. Okay, Columbus is on the road to face Tampa Bay. Well, I say on the road. They're all in Canada. So not really a home ice advantage. And that may have factored into the lines as well. And you'll see what's interesting is that all of these home teams are favored for the most part. So Columbus, Tampa Bay, we have Columbus at minus 120. We have Tampa Bay as a dog at plus 135. The actual line, if we're going to look at 5 dimes, Columbus is plus 160, Tampa Bay minus 170. So right there, you got a ton of value with Columbus. Next matchup, Calgary. I think probably one of the best teams in NHL. Definitely have a shot at winning it all. Minus 150 is our line. We have Dallas at plus 150. Actual line is Calgary minus 103, Dallas minus 107. So Calgary is a small underdog, even though they're a favorite line there. So again, good value with Calgary on that one as well. Even though Calgary is an underdog, you're still getting a nice spread between the 103 line and the 150 line. Carolina, Boston, we have our Hurricanes at minus 145, Boston plus 145. Carolina is the underdog at plus 130. And Boston is the favorite minus 140. So again, they're favoring the home teams, even though there's really no, home ice advantage. Chicago, Vegas. Chicago is minus 105. Vegas is the favorite at minus 150, and also the favorite sportsbook line, 5 dimes, has Vegas at minus 185, Chicago at plus 170. Now, when you look at the action, a lot of people have hit Chicago. Chicago's taken the most tickets. 67% of the tickets so far have been on Chicago. Carolina, Boston is split. Dallas, you have a majority of people playing Dallas right now, and of course, a majority of people playing Tampa. So that Columbus line could increase a little bit, but again, that's a very effective strategy, playing underdogs. And one very simple concept, if you wanted to get the full effect of playing these underdogs, so you have 4 matches, right? Or rather than risk total of 4 units, just risk a quarter unit on each game and play the underdogs in all 4 games. So the max you will have risked would be 1 unit. So if you're a $100 player, you would play $25 on each match. So if you lose all 4, all you've lost is 1 unit anyway. So that's a very good strategy to employ when you're handicapping the NHL playoffs. So very interesting, right? All right, so slide back over. Now, if you want to become a coaching client, you saw those power rankings for today. You can get power rankings for all of the NHL games throughout the entire playoffs, all of Major League Baseball, all of NBA, and of course the NFL power rankings when they start up. You can get all that for $29.95 a month. You're able to compare our lines that are statistically based and compare those to the sportsbooks lines to find value. We also have in our coaching program, we have handicapping videos in our coaching section that teaches you how to handicap objectively using our power rankings, also how to handicap using different situational angles so that you can make some good solid investments. And we try to upload 1 video per week to the coaching page, and if you have any questions during this whole process, you get unlimited email support. That does not come with plays, and if you would like access to all of our plays, if I can get this, whoops, sorry about that, guys. That was a pain, right? All right, so our daily picks is $49.95 per month. Now with that package, you get access to all of the power rankings and coaching videos as well. So $49.95 per month is everything on the site. You get access to all of our plays. We load those up on the site. We'll also send those to you via Telegram. If you want to join for the year, it's $249 for the entire year. That gives you access to everything. It's a savings of about $350. So huge value there. And as always, if you like this video, like it, subscribe to the channel, and hey, good luck playing those dogs in NHL this year. Peace.